Hey, what's going on, everybody? Subby here at Baumgard's Weather Center. And of course, we've got our group right here of Storm Chasers. Excited to have them come along for our next edition of our roundtable. Of course, you guys know what happens when you see us all sitting around talking severe weather coming up. So we do have the potential for some severe weather coming in overnight on Monday here in West Central Missouri. I think Tuesday, it's going to shift way south of our area. This is going to be for Tuesday afternoon. However, unfortunately, it is looking like it's going to be an early morning for you guys in West Central Missouri and for myself here in West Central Missouri, as I think the bulk of our activity is going to be coming in between the 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. time frame early on Tuesday, but we'll go into more detail on that a little bit. First off, let me introduce to you guys the group, and we've got Isaac Wilson from Nader Boys, of course. Levy can't make it with us tonight, so we are missing one member of the team. Of course, we got Andy Hicks and his team over there at Team Havoc Chasers, and we got Storm Chaser Jeff Smith down there at the bottom left-hand side, and Matt Jones with 417 Chasers. And of course, we've been kind of utilizing some of their streams, and of course, you guys know I'd love to sit there and get a visualization of what's going on actually outside while I'm stuck behind the computers trying to figure out what radar is trying to tell me. So let's just jump right into this, and I'm going to show you guys the Storm Prediction Center threat assessment for our area for tomorrow and Tuesday. So I'm going to share it with our storm chasers so that they can see, and then I'll share with you guys there at home as well. So, of course, you see there is a very, very large slight risk. That's the color yellow that you see on the screen. That is the slight risk for severe weather for tomorrow. And, of course, Kansas City Metro, Northwest Missouri, Northeast Kansas, all the way up into Iowa, Minnesota, Michigan, Wisconsin. That's when the bulk of the energy is likely going to be up there closer to that low pressure system that's going to be barreling through. Now, for the rest of us, from, say, West Central Missouri, Eastern Kansas, all the way down into Texas, now that's going to be associated with the dry line that is going to be moving through our area. So typically with dry lines, you get more of a linear complex, maybe not so much of the supercells, but this is such a powerhouse that there's going to be some cluster of thunderstorms that's going to be moving through West Central Missouri, Eastern Kansas, Oklahoma, all the way down into, and they do have a potential to spin up a tornado or two. As you can see here, the tornado outlook for tomorrow, see where the black hatched area, and the high risk is going to be up there in parts of Wisconsin, Minnesota, northern Iowa, down in northern Missouri, West Central Missouri, eastern Kansas. So we're definitely going to have to stay weather aware. And again, I just want to be prepared, have weather radios ready to go. And again, that's something that's been a kind of a sour taste up in Pleasant Hill. He actually has been fantastic. Let me know what they have in place, what they done, maybe having an alternative understaffed. They're doing the absolute best they can. I don't want to take anything away from the National Weather Service. They work their tails off to try to do. To have a few of them available, so make sure you get a hold of me if you need a weather radio tomorrow. So anyway, so guys, I know
basically what you said. So it looks like up in Minnesota, like southern Minnesota, southeast, up in northern Iowa, looks to get the bulk of it, and then maybe an overnight digging. So.
What about you, Andy?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Yeah, I think the farther south it gets, the later. may end up meeting up with Jeff. We'll see.
Well, and I tell you, for those of you that listen to podcasts, actually, I'm going to have Andy and his whole team in. You that have watched us over the last few streams, you know, Storm Chaser Jeff Smith is up there in Northeast Missouri, and we've kind of you're going to have to bear with me on that. But Jeff, of course, you know, here over this last 3 or 4 days, it really painted kind of an
it's kind of stayed in the exact same position. That's kind of what I'm keeping my eye on there. Kind of looking at that as the evening rolls on into the early morning hours, down that dry line, things will start to initiate. Further south you go. So for me, I think that's the best position that I can.
And everything I'm seeing is about the 3 o'clock to 7 o'clock on Tuesday is about the